What's up guys, Kevin Cage here with another crypto update. Let's kick it off. So we had some big fake news in the crypto market today as usual, and this is related to XRP. So shared by Eric here, confirming that this news is in fact false. So today we saw an iShares XRP trust or an entity being registered or incorporated today. We can see the name Daniel and also the address for BlackRock. So some person must have added using BlackRock's executive name. So this isn't anything we haven't seen before. Unfortunate, I do believe that XRP and a variety get actual spot ETFs and other trusts in the future. We already know groups like Signum and Switzerland already have live ETPs or exchange-traded products for XRP. I would just really like to see the United States get their act together and actually allow true innovation, even investment opportunities in this market. So with that fake news with BlackRock, we saw XRP draw about a 15% move up to like 74.8 cents, as you can see right here. Actually, about 16%, as you can see. But it came all the way back down. For me, I'm not buying XRP no matter what good news I see. I already have plenty. I am just waiting. If it goes to 30 cents again, ever someday, then I'll consider buying some. Looking at XRP since inception, I mean just down below, even 50 cents for hundreds of days, almost 1,000 days right there. Even throughout 2022, even to this year, we were still under 50 cents for a very long time. There might be brand new investors that buy something after some really positive news comes, but the ROI has already declined, especially when an asset has already started to retrace. So seeing that news today, I was hoping it was true. Of course it's a bummer, but at the end of the day, we have XRP. It has wicked thus far to the 236. We're still below that level. And not financial advice, I'm just not interested in selling my XRP. I see them building, I'm holding this for the long term, and I believe it goes to an all-time high price. And there's a lot of people that don't think XRP will ever create a new all-time high price. I understand that sentiment, rightfully so, to each their own. When really big news comes in the future, I'll be excited, but I'm not going to be buying when it's up 20%, 30%, 50%. I already bought, I've accumulated for years, now I'm just sitting and waiting. We have a clip from Good Morning Crypto highlighting Jim Cramer and his crypto prediction about a month ago, just saying he's very bearish on Bitcoin and also leading to a 37% rally. We're all waiting on Jim Cramer to put some bearish calls on a variety of assets again. We can see shared by Uphold, they announced their partnership with the XRP Toolkit this week. Now we have shared by Panos a great post highlighting the XRP Ledger Automated Market Maker or AMM. So we know the XRP Ledger had one of the first decentralized exchanges on its blockchain natively built since inception. And the Automated Market Maker on the XRP Ledger is not a matter of if, it's a matter of when and when the validators can actually vote and be in agreement. This has been part of the in-quote secret sauce that David Schwartz, the CTO of Ripple, has wanted all along. Now the whole concept of automated market makers and liquidity providers and token pairing and LP tokens is super confusing. There's plenty of great YouTube videos, 2 minutes long, 10 minutes long, just step by step breaking it down. Whenever the AMM goes live for the XRP Ledger, I'm absolutely participating. I'm not going to put a whole bunch of money in it because I think I might just do better off long term by holding XRP and I don't want to have impermanent loss. But if I can leverage a portion of my XRP holdings in order to earn money off that, I will. I know during the bull run when DeFi and just overall TVL across the board for a variety of assets, including Ethereum, was at sky-high levels, there were huge opportunities for passive income. So we made an awesome chart just explaining liquidity attracts traders. And liquidity refers to how easily an asset like XRP can be bought or sold without actually affecting its price. So if XRP has super high liquidity, it means there's enough buyers and sellers in the market at a variety of price points so you can have decently sized trades that occur without affecting the price too much. And having assets with super high liquidity is very important. The more successful they become, the more users there are, the more transactions, the more liquid it becomes. It ensures smoother transactions, it reduces the risk of price manipulation, and just better price discovery. So as this space matures and more assets become much more liquid, volatility will also be reduced. So liquidity attracts traders. More liquidity and more traders can lead to increased volume. The volume or trading volume of any asset, or XRP in this example, refers to the total number of tokens that have been traded, both bought and sold in a given period, typically 24 hours. So volume is a big indicator for market activity and just gauging the overall interest in a specific asset. During bull runs or even before a bull run, if we see high levels of trade volume, it can be a sign that a much bigger move is coming. So if you see a price move on relatively low volume, you see a big breakout, but the volume actually didn't validate it and it was actually not that high, it could mean that move to the upside is actually short-lived. When you see a big breakout with increasing levels of volume that are also breaking out, that's a lot better for validation of the move actually going much higher. So liquidity attracts traders, we have more volume. Then, the more trading volume there is, this will be generating fees. And the more fees there are, they enable higher LP returns or liquidity provider returns for anybody providing their XRP or other assets as liquidity. And as Panos says, LP returns sustain liquidity and incentivize more people to provide liquidity, and it can be this flywheel effect if successful. Remember Ripple's company Medico, the Swiss custodian, they're partnering with HSBC as well, and they announced that they're working with Medico as they plan to launch a new digital asset custody service for institutional clients. And this is for those that invest in tokenized securities, and this is just a matter of time for real-world assets to be tokenized. We're talking securities, stocks, indexes or indices, bonds, real estate, intellectual property, and more. And I also want to emphasize this, and this applies to every single asset in the crypto market. Whales control markets and the bulk of price action in this highly unregulated market, and there are different types of whales. Large retail holders, institutions, anybody that bought a bunch of XRP back in the day when it was half a penny. There's definitely some that just buy and hold, but there's also many of them, and a huge percentage of the entire market, even in the equities market or stock market, everybody uses algorithmic trading bots. And their trading bot parameters can be adjusted as necessary, and they bounce between different assets based on available exchanges, volume, liquidity, and market makers. So bottom line, I believe this asset class explodes in the years ahead. I believe we go to new all-time highs, eclipsing the 3 trillion previous all-time high. Prices go up, they go down, they go sideways. And we haven't seen what true utility can do to drive price action yet. And during every bear market, a lot of people give up on their assets, some of them capitulate, they don't come back to the market, and sometimes some of them actually come back and buy at a higher price during the next bull cycle. And everybody has to do their own research to some degree and decide what is best for them based off of their preferences and risk appetite. I see XRP building, I see ODL going up, multiple X's quarter over quarter. We've also seen in the recent XRP markets report the DEX growth as well. We have people like Raoul Pal, former Goldman Sachs, probably worth, tens of millions of dollars, maybe 50 million plus in investments. He's a huge believer in XRP as well. Another huge point is that XRP is not a security in the United States. The XRP ledger has a 10 plus year track record. If you don't believe it survives or goes to an all-time high price, that's completely fine. I disagree. I think it goes to all-time highs eventually. I know we've seen Bitcoin retrace, Ethereum retracing. I'm still calling it a bear market because there are a variety of assets still down, sitting at their lows, 90% down. We've gone over total 2 and total 3, the altcoin market. They're also retracing to certain levels that we can see and hope for a break out of accumulation and actually begin this retracement into another bull cycle. I hold a variety of assets. XRP is not my only holding in this market. If I saw something genuinely bad regarding the network, regarding adoption, I would consider selling and leaving. I have no issues with that. But studying this space for over 6 years, living and breathing it on a daily basis, studying the last 2 cycles, understanding that Bitcoin and the market didn't even surpass its previous high for over 1,000 days for 2 different cycles, I'm waiting. And I'm personally taking that chance. I believe the crypto asset class is here to stay. We know Robbie Mitchnick, he was head of digital assets for BlackRock. He used to work at Ripple. He wrote an XRP valuation paper, even measuring success case, failure case, things like that, from $1, $6 to as high as $32. Next up, we have shared by Crypto Eddie highlighting what is Zhaohao, essentially XRP ledger technology that allows hooks and smart contracts. Here's a quick clip of a few applications that can be built leveraging smart contracts in tandem with the XRP ledger.
Because we want to build it today. Things like identity, consumer protection, things like security-related things like inheritance, what if something happens to you, key recovery, retail solutions, direct debit solutions, name it. All of those things, we can have them in months or a year if we have hooks ready.
And to finish up with a few very important points, so we have this group, this Anafric group, formerly called MFS Africa. So this article on Business Wire was posted just a few days ago, but Ripple initially partnered with this group back in 2022 to leverage ODL, on-demand liquidity, or XRP. This group is huge, 500 million mobile wallets across the continent. We have 1,300 cross-border payment corridors. I believe last year was only 800, so this number of corridors is increasing with 40 nations. Now we discussed the XRP ledger, AMM, talking about liquidity and volume, and what does this mean when XRP is more liquid? We have Crypto Eddie highlighting David Schwartz back in the day, just talking about the importance of liquidity for XRP. Liquidity is a great thing for an asset right here, so a higher priced asset is a better vehicle for payments if you're targeting high value payments. And talking about the importance of XRP, the token being at a high price to serve payments better in high value payments. Higher prices tend to correlate with higher liquidity, which means cheaper payments. Imagine if you wanted to use Bitcoin as a bridge asset or an intermediary currency to buy a house worth $1 million back when Bitcoin was at $100. In the process of trying to buy enough Bitcoin to buy the house, you'd push the price up significantly. And when the recipient tried to convert those Bitcoins into their local currency, they'd push the price down significantly when they're selling. because back in the day, Bitcoin wasn't as liquid and the price would be moved based off a lot of selling or buying. Now with Bitcoin today worth over $30,000, that's super easy. It's much more liquid and you can buy $1 million worth of Bitcoin without moving the market significantly because the price is higher, so you need a smaller fraction of the available Bitcoin to do so. So with a higher price, you need less Bitcoin or less XRP during that transaction. So just remember, a higher priced asset, or XRP in this example, the higher the price is, the more liquid it is and the more value it can send for cross-border payments. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Huge thanks to all to hit the like button, and I'll catch you in the next one.